Afternoon, guys. Papa Brand is here. So I recently ran into a bit of a technical issue. Now I'm very new to building drones. I'm still learning a lot of things, safety-wise, as well as proper building procedures. And I recently came across an issue I was having. So I've got an FrSky D short-range receiver. Don't get much range out of it. I remember maybe about 50 meters, give or take, before I start getting RX loss or TX transmitter loss. And I went and purchased myself the HappyModel EP2 ELRS receiver. Now, the current flight controller I'm using, which is the KK20 Omnibus4f stack, does not have the available UARTS on the flight controller. And after a bit of investigation, I found out that these two ports for the VTX, which I don't use at all at the moment, I've got a separate Mach 2 VTX that I'm using. These 2 points are the UART 3 RX and TX receivers. So what I initially did was I removed this entire connector pad here, which was completely unnecessary. I'll get to that as to why. Then I soldered on the RX to the TX port and the TX to the RX port, and then went to positive and negative on the ground. And it was powering up the receiver. I had my Wi-Fi connectivity, but I was getting 0 inputs onto the flight controller. It just wasn't recognizing anything from the transmitter. And I then went and undid everything I did, removed the ELRS module, and then just put my FrSky receiver back in. And then I came across a video, which I will share in my description below, from Joshua Bradwell about an update made to ExpressLRS's main branch, which was the inverted support for SBUS. And this immediately just piqued my interest. And I know very little about this stuff, so I do stand corrected. But then what I went and did is I removed my ExpressLRS configuration that I had at this point, and I went and did this. Now, note that I'm not using my I'm not getting telemetry onto my FC, but I don't have onboard OSD anyway, because there's the OSD chip on the FC is damaged. So if I try to connect the video directly to the board using the cam connector, I get a distorted, broken screen that just it's bad. It's like being in pit mode, but you are on the other side of a football field. And so I'm currently connecting directly from my camera module straight to my VTX. I'm using the Foxia Predator camera module, so that allows me basic telemetry like voltage and flight time. So I'm happy with that. I get that little bit of visibility. But now with this, I now have full ELRS input support, and it works out the box. I don't have to change my auxiliary channels. I don't have to modify anything. So if you have a flight controller that does not have the available ports, but you do have an SBUS on your FC and you want to add an ELRS receiver, you can replace your current receiver connected to that SBUS with the ELRS, and it'll work out the box. As of this, I was testing on the latest version of ExpressLRS, and yeah, happy flying, guys. Here she is. I'm going to take her out now for a quick flight test, and I'll let you know how it goes. But ExpressLRS and SBUS, it's a thing, and it works. Have a good one, guys.